Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm your favorite host, Josh, here with Ohio Fish Rescue. But you know what? I just wanted to come tonight and share with you a couple tank spotlights. We haven't done it in quite a long time, so I wanted to just highlight a few tanks, and we'll go through the tanks for the next couple of days, and we're going to go over stock lists, what's new in the tank, because we have moved some stuff around, and I don't always hit upon it, just like a bunch of fish just came out of quarantine, stuff like that. So come take a look. Look at this beautiful baby right here. For those of you that don't know, you might be new to the channel, this is the 4,400 gallon tank. It is 14 foot from that corner all the way over to this corner. It is 7 foot from front to back, and it is 6 foot tall. This is a full 3-inch thick 14 by 6 piece of acrylic, and the tank is made out of steel construction with FRP, that stands for fiberglass reinforced plastic. Now some of you might say this is an overcrowded tank, but honestly, it's not that bad because there's so much depth on it. You guys are seeing it two-dimensional, and it looks like fish are kind of swimming on top of each other, but that fish is in the way back of the tank. This fish is right up on the front glass. Now, there are a few large fish in here that honestly should not be in here, but they're in here for very good reasons. Like this Oxydorus Niger. We put the rest of ours out in the monster pond. We kept one in here for display so we can educate our following on Niger Catfish. These guys get absolutely massive, and everyone loves to buy them, but they don't realize they get so humongous. And another one right here is our mascot Schwarzenegger. He is a gold or xanthic iridescent shark. He is over 36 inches. He is an absolute beast. Just look how fat. Oh, he scraped himself right there. Look at that. Didn't notice that until I stuck the camera on him. There, he's on the light. So these guys actually scrape themselves on these rocks sometimes, but that's a minor little cut. That'll heal up, no problem. But he is a big, beefy guy. And he is one that stays in this tank because we are afraid at his age, if we move him to the monster pond, there is a bunch of young, aggressive fish in there that he might, get attacked and might succumb to his injuries. So we leave him in here. He's grown up in here for, geez, I don't know how long. We've had him since a wee little guy way back in the day, before Ohio Fish Rescue, before we moved out to Strongsville, when we were back up in Cleveland, and we had him in a 15-foot round pool pond. So cool little fun fact there. But you guys can see just how crystal clear this tank is. You're looking through 7 foot of water, and this is basically what you got when you came to the OFR barbecue, which is actually a great turnout. So for those of you who made it, thanks for coming. It might be a yearly event, my dad says, so we will see on that. But looking at this guy, this Atlantic Tarpon here, he is putting on some mass. You can't really see it on video, but he's probably grown about 4 inches since we've rescued him, and he's put on some definite girth. You can see this Oscar right here. He's just a big old guy. His name is Anubis. All right, update on the Giardini. He is still doing very, very well, and he plays nice with the rest of the arrows in here. Fun fact, you guys probably seen on the behind the scenes that Reap and John just went and picked up 5 new arrows off of Jacob down in Kentucky. So we're going to add some more arrows to the 4,400, and who knows? We tested out some arrows in the monster pond, and they did oh so well, and he's actually the biggest arrow we have now. So who knows? We might put some arrows back in the monster pond. Or not back in, we might add more to them. All right, so who else do we want an update on in this tank? Midas is doing great in there. We did add in some more gouramis. What else did we add in here? Wait a minute. Down here, I'm not sure if you guys knew this stingray was in here, but he's been in here for quite some time. He's doing great. He's loving life. He's the only stingray in here because this is one we received from Vince Wu, and we didn't want him to go in with the stingrays that are in that pool pond back there because we didn't want him to mix the breeds if any of those girls got pregnant over there. So we went ahead and gave him the full 4400. And you know, sometimes I'm in there, I might pick out a barb or two. No, we don't have to worry about our fish being barbed. So that's kind of neat. This guy is such a neat little fellow. This is an African Giraffe Cat. Very, very neat.
Did you call him a neat little fella?
Yes, he is.
That's a big guy.
Yes,
That's
you
a big
are.
boy. Look, there's my legs. Look how big he is.
Yeah, he's a
That's
big
a
guy.
30-inch fish.
All
you
right.
call him a cute little guy.
All right, so someone else I want to hit upon. Where is he?
The Atlantic Tarpon.
I've already got him. This is
The
my
big
video.
black-eared paroon shark.
You back up. This is my video. All right, so here he is. The Liarius pictus. This is one that's sought after by many, many people. And he's just another face here, and he blends in because we have so many marble cats in this tank. But this is a Sailfin Marble Cat, or a Liarius pictus. You can tell that by his big sail fin and then this white stripe that bands under towards his belly. And he's got more of that spotted pattern on him. You get a real nice look at him. He's very attractive. I need to clean my glass. So you can see him compared to a marble cat. Looks just a tad different. Their fins are a lot smaller and they've got more of this marbled pattern to them. So both very neat fish, but he is an oddball, a rarity. We've got Heisenberg is getting massive in here. He's almost the size of Bert. When you guys remember Bert, he passed away some time back, but he's getting astronomical in size. So he's not another king gourami in the tank. We've got this little red tail gourami here as well. That came from my buddy Russ Accadino. We've got that smaller gourami right there as well. What else do we want to hit upon in here? Oh, the short body paroon shark. We don't talk about him very often, but he's growing as well. But because he is short body, he is technically a deformed fish, but they all get love here. And of course, my dad wanted them, the black-eared paroon sharks, or the Pangasius larnauti. They are smaller versions of the paroon shark, so they have the same aggression, but they do not have the same size. So these guys will max out around 5 foot in the wild, as opposed to a paroon shark can get up to like 8 or 9. And these guys have the same size mouth. They are true predators, but they are super slow growing. These guys are already a few years old, and he's maybe 2 foot long. The smaller one's probably 16 to 18 inch, and same thing with that short body paroon shark there. So we're not going to just stay with this one tank. I'm also going to come over and we're going to give you the 1,000-gallon as well. And see, we've got this flagtail. He's getting pretty beefy in here as well. We've got the black arowana that I picked up from Matt's Monster Fish. You can see that beautiful black-blue coloring on the scales. He's actually one of the nicer looking black arowanas I've come by. So he lives in this 1,000-gallon aquarium. We did add in the Indo-Pacific tarpon. He's probably about 15 inch or so. We've got some black belts in here as well. We've got another gorgeous red-tailed giant gourami. He's just perfect. And yes, I got to get in here and buff out a scratch on this tank. Came from this magnet. So unfortunate, but once we drain this down, we'll fix the scratches and I'll buff them out. I'm also going to hook up a new overflow on this 1,000-gallon tank so we can put more pass-through water through the tank. Of course, the bichers are doing well. They're getting pretty fat. This guy right here, which is a Weeksy, he's getting pretty thick. I'd say he's about as round as a banana right now, but he's about 13 inches long. Very, very attractive coloring on them. They look like dinosaurs, so you can see why people might want them. But they are super slow growing, so a lot of people can actually handle these fish. We've got the other Spirata aor, or the Indian shovel nose. He's been packing on a lot of size and mass lately. You can see he's just thick, and he's scratching himself there. We've got the Tigrinus under the back log there, along with some striped Raffaella cats. We've got the fire eel still doing great. There's the royal clown knife, thinking he's hiding it in the wood. Look at this neat guy. We've got the Delhaize biter right there, and he's hiding in that little crevice of the wood. You can see, can't see him? Now you can see him, pretty neat. And then hiding on the back wall, we've got one of the platinum red tails. We've got the Arweenie Catfish, and of course some other datnoids. And last but not least, we've got the Bricon Gentex. But there is some new faces that are going to join this 1,000-gallon community here pretty soon. So if you guys want to stay tuned and figure out what that might be, of course you guys know I will be doing a video on that. But I just wanted to come out and share some time with these two tanks because I thought they were looking great. The water quality is awesome. Right before the OFR barbecue, we upped our water pass through, and we brought some water levels back to normal. Like I said before, we like to do that like once a year. But right now, we've got a drip system, so whatever our parameters are at, they pretty much stay at that level. But you know, sometimes if we add fish, we overfeed too much, there could be a spike in the nitrates, and then we just bring them back down. And when I say spike, you know, it might jump up to like 40 parts per million. To some that's good, but to us, no way, Jose. So we like to keep our nitrates well below 20. If we can, 10 is our target goal. The best water we've had was 5 parts per million, and that is almost pristine. And my app just popped up and thinks I'm driving right now. That's kind of weird. But just wanted to share these two tanks with you because they are looking awesome. So I will do some spotlights on a few of the other tanks with stock inside the tanks as well. If you guys have any sort of recommendations on what you want to see next, I will gladly video what you guys want to see. So drop that in the comments below. And if you guys will, go ahead and hit the playlist and check out some of our other videos. And of course, those of you who are not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And as always, stay fishy, my friends.